Hi, my name is Sylvia, and if you haven't guessed from my clothes, today I'll be trying out 10 mint chocolate flavored snacks. Ta-da! Mint chocolate flavored foods and drinks have become insanely popular in South Korea. I've noticed a lot of companies jumping onto the mint chocolate bandwagon, releasing limited edition mint chocolate themed items, mint chocolate versions of beloved snacks, mint chocolate drinks from Starbucks or Gongcha. Just yesterday, when I went to the convenience store, I saw mint chocolate flavored soju. This flavor has stirred up quite the debate between the fervent lovers called the mint chocolate army, 민초단, and the ardent haters called the anti-mint chocolate army, or 반민초단. So where do I stand with mint chocolate? I'm not really sure. So today, I'm going to see how far I'm willing to go for mint chocolate. This is just my personal opinion, so don't take any of this too seriously. Now, let's begin. First, I will be trying Baskin Robbins mint chocolate chip ice cream. What more is there to say? The color, the chocolate chips in between, it's classic. It's got a surprisingly subtle mint flavor. It's not as overpowering as you think it might be. It's nowhere close to any toothpaste I've used before. The chocolate is more on the bittersweet, darker side. There's this very snappy quality about them. It adds much more depth and more texture to the overall smooth and creamy ice cream. Also, the funny thing, when I went to the Baskin Robbins store, literally on the screen, the second most popular flavor is mint chocolate chip. That's how popular it is in Korea. So for my overall score, obviously I rate this 10 out of 10. Best ice cream I ever had in my life. Would recommend, please buy it. Next up is Oyes Choco Cake and Orion Choco Pie. Let's see how they taste in mint chocolate form. Oyes Choco Cake, mint chocolate flavor. Yay! Interesting. When you open the package, the first thing that hits you is this very minty smell. But when you actually bite into this, it's not as minty as the smell makes you think it is. I can smell it, but I can't taste it. It's so weird. It doesn't taste bad, but if we're thinking about mint chocolate, I wouldn't really call it a mint chocolate cake. So for the total score, I would give this a 3. Orion Choco Pie mint chocolate flavor. Look at this. This is so cute. I was expecting to get a more pronounced flavor of mint and chocolate, but rather I'm getting more vanilla vibes than either of these flavors. I mean, vanilla and mint, it makes sense, but then it doesn't. But it works so well here, and I'm really liking it. However, for chocolatiness, because the chocolate coating itself is more minty than chocolate, it kind of lends the question, is this really mint chocolate, or is it just mint flavored chocolate? My score for the Orion mint chocolate pie is a 7 out of 10. I still gave it quite a high score because this itself is pretty tasty. Choco Pie House mint chocolate flavor. As you can see, it is much bigger than the mini Orion Choco Pie.
Nope.
Oh! I came here thinking that this would be just a giant version of what I just had before, but wow, I was completely wrong. The cake here is chocolate flavored. The marshmallow itself is also mint colored. There's this white mint cream over here. Since it's so big, my first bite was just the marshmallow, the chocolate cake, and the coating. But then the cream just blew everything out of the water. It tastes like someone put a lot of sugar and toothpaste and then just left it in here. Like, I can't remember what the other flavors tasted like except for this very toothpaste-like cream. Yikes. I rate this Choco Pie House a 2. Next are 2 types of choco balls. Crunky mint choco ball and almond choco ball mint flavor. Crunky mint chocolate ball. I expected the chocolate to be a bit more firm, but I'm actually surprised that it's more closer to a chocolate spread. The mint is much closer to what we would think toothpaste would taste like. But then the chocolate is kind of doing its own thing, and I'm not really sure what the rice puffs add to this choco ball. It's just a very confusing mix of textures and flavors that I don't think really work. I would rate this a 2. Almond choco ball, mint flavor. I like how the mint and the chocolate flavors are a bit more subdued. They go very well together, and I think what helps that is because of the almond that's in the middle. The other snacks, I was left with the feeling that it was a bit too sweet, but the almond inside this choco ball is actually helping to cut some of the sweetness. Overall, I just like how subtle it is. My final score is a 5 out of 10. Next are the crackers. Hershey mint chocolate cream wafers and Latte Sand mint chocolate flavor. Hershey's mint cream wafers. Actually, there was a Hershey's version of a sandwich cookie. However, I wanted to try the mint wafer more, so this is what I got. So at the first bite, I get this very deep, rich, chocolatey taste from the wafer. But then as the whole wafer itself melts in my mouth, the mint starts to shine through and blends in very nicely with the chocolate flavor. I just can't believe how well balanced and matched the mint flavor and the chocolate flavor is. Wow, this is really good. My final score for the Hershey's mint cream wafers is a 9 out of 10. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Latte Sand mint chocolate. Wow, that mint scent just hit my nose. Since the cookie is so thick, the only thing I can taste is chocolate. As soon as I finished with the cookie part, the mint cream just suddenly punched my tongue. Also, the mint flavor is more on the sharper side. The cookie itself and the cream itself are both actually pretty good. For some reason, they just don't work together, and that's kind of throwing me off. I'm not really sure why. My final score for the Latte Sand is a 4 out of 10. Finally, we have our drinks. Kanu mint chocolate latte and Seoul milk mint chocolate latte. Both of these drinks have coffee in it, and I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Kanu mint chocolate latte. It says to add about 100 milliliters of hot water. So this half is hot and this half is cold. Cheers. The hot one. I can't really tell the difference between this and just a regular coffee. Let me try the ice version. Okay, the ice definitely watered this down, and now I can't really taste anything. Yeah, it says mint chocolate latte, but I can barely taste anything. Like, the only thing I can taste is the coffee. It's just a regular mixed coffee with maybe a slight hint of mint, but even then, it's really hard to tell. My rating for the Kanu mint chocolate latte is a 1 out of 10. Seoul milk mint chocolate latte. Wow. For some reason, I can barely taste the mint, but what is for certain is that this is a very good chocolate milk. I'm kind of conflicted because it says mint chocolate latte, but I can't really taste the mint. I can't really taste a lot of the coffee, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Usually in baking, we add espresso powder because the coffee enhances the chocolate flavor, and I think that's what's happening here. I wouldn't say this is a mint chocolate latte, but I will say that this is a good chocolate milk. So my score for this is a 6 out of 10. Wow, that was a journey. I find it really interesting that although everything is labeled mint chocolate, they're not necessarily the same. In conclusion, I think what makes mint chocolate good is how well the mintiness and the chocolatiness are balanced. So if I'm to recommend any of the foods that I've tried today, I would say definitely Baskin Robbins mint chocolate chip, the Hershey's mint cream wafers. Although I don't think it's technically mint chocolate, I would recommend trying the Seoul milk mint chocolate latte as well. So that's it for the video. See you next time. Bye! Hi, it's me again. This video was filmed back in July, so that might explain why this video is a bit late to the trend. Nevertheless, thank you for watching the video. Bye! Bye!